What's up everyone, I'm Pamela, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're going to discuss Stu Macher's cult. In case you're new here, I am a Stu believer. I fully believe Stu Macher is still alive and will return in Scream 7. But before we get into it, please don't forget to give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my future posts. And please also go follow me over on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram. Let's get into it. So I do believe that Stu Macher has been leading this cult of ghost faces. There are tons of clues that point towards this. I believe that they've been planting the seeds in Scream 5 and Scream 6. Both of these new movies are filled with Stu clues. I have done a ton of videos on this already. I did a video a while back called 50 Stu clues, so if you haven't seen that, definitely go check that out because it has a lot of good clues in it. I will link it down below for you guys, and I will link a bunch of other Stu videos that I've done. Now, if you don't already know, Stu Macher was supposed to return in Scream 3. He was going to be leading a cult of ghost faces, which is where this theory stems from. But because of real-life events, they decided to scrap that idea. And Scream fans have been wanting Stu to return all these years. So let's discuss who could possibly be in Stu's cult. First off, in Scream 5, I fully believe that Richie Kirsch and Amber Freeman are both in Stu's cult. And here's why. Amber says that her and Richie met each other on a subreddit page where they both realized they had similar ideas.
I met Richie on the STU'S subreddit. I've been obsessed ever since my parents bought this house. We realized pretty quickly we had similar ideas.
And this subreddit page is where I think Stu Macher is recruiting people. So Richie and Amber met on the subreddit page, but it's not just that makes me think they're part of Stu's cult. Amber says, I was radicalized. I just wanted to be a part of something.
I was radicalized by movie fans. Just so mad, please. It's not my fault. I'm just a dumb kid. I just wanted to be a part of something.
Those two lines right there say so much. That just screams cult to me. By saying she was radicalized, that's like saying she was forced into it. She was peer pressured, which is kind of what a cult does. Also, another line of dialogue from Amber that stands out to me is when she says to Sydney, that's the problem with the Stab movies. No bad guy to keep coming back. No Michael Myers, no Jason Voorhees.
You know what the biggest problem with the Stab movies is? There's no Michael Myers or Jason Voorhees. No bad guy to keep coming back.
So in my head, that means Stu. Stu is going to come back. She's literally saying that's the problem with these movies. There's no bad guy to keep coming back, and Stu would be that for the Scream/Stab movies. And now I also have to mention how I don't believe that Amber is the one who killed Dewey. I do think that this was Stu who killed Dewey. I've talked about this a ton on my channel before. There's quite a few different reasons why I think this was Stu rather than Amber. Stu does say in the original Scream movie, it takes a man to do something like that, to gut someone.
The fact is, it takes a man to do something like that.
And the fact that Ghostface says it's an honor. Sure, Amber could have said that, but to me that just kind of seems like Stu because they have history together. They go way back. And I know that Amber admits in the final act that she's the one who killed Dewey, but I think she's lying. As a cult member, you do everything that you can to protect the cult leader. In Scream 5, Stu's not ready to reveal himself yet, so of course she's going to take credit for that. Now, I also think Jason and Greg from Scream 6 are a part of Stu's cult. Jason knew Richie. When Jason is on the phone with Ghostface, he says we have to finish Richie's movie.
We're finishing Richie's film.
The whole world seems to believe that Sam is the one who committed the murders in Woodsboro the year before, but Jason knows that it's Richie. I think he personally knew Richie, and Jason and Greg were a part of Stu's cult with Richie and Amber. And when Jason is on the phone with Ghostface, he thinks he's talking to Greg, He says, "This is Greg, right?"
This is Greg, right?
Who else would it be?
Why would Jason say that? Who else could it be? Could it possibly be another cult member? Now let's talk about Kirby Reid. We all know that Kirby returned in Scream 6, and she's working as an FBI agent. And she says to Bailey, "I take a special interest in Ghostface attacks."
I take a special interest in Ghostface attacks.
And she also says that she was tracking Jason and Greg's online activity for months.
I've been investigating their online activity for the past few months.
So by her saying I was tracking their online activity, could that mean the subreddit page where Richie and Amber met and where Stu Macher is leading his cult? I think the fact that Kirby works for the FBI and takes a special interest in Ghostface attacks is a big clue right there that there is in fact a Ghostface cult happening. Kirby works in Atlanta and traveled to New York City to investigate this. So this could imply that there are more attacks happening all over the country. Someone else who I think could be a part of Stu's cult is Danny Brackett, Sam's boyfriend in Scream 6. Danny is just kind of suspicious to me. I have done some videos on this in the past, so I'm not going to get into every little detail in this video. I will link those other videos down below. So if you're curious why I think Danny is a part of Stu's cult, definitely go check out those videos linked below. He has that one suspicious line, "Family can be rough."
Yeah, family can be rough.
Who is Danny's family? Just the way he kind of looks down when he says it, and the line just kind of gets brushed over. Maybe this means he's related to Stu, or maybe he's referring to the cult itself, because cults are kind of like a family in a way. And you know, where was he during Gail's attack? Just before Gail's attack scene, when Sam and Tara are running out of Central Park to go to Gail, Sam says, "My friend Danny works on the Upper West Side, he can get there quicker." And then he doesn't show up until after the attack. Where was he? I don't know. I think Danny is suspicious, and I've said before that even though he wasn't revealed as a Ghostface in Scream 6, he could potentially be revealed later on in Scream 7. That would be a first for the franchise, and it would be interesting to see. Someone who got away with it for a whole movie and then isn't revealed until the next movie. That's something that they did in the Scream TV show, and I think it would be interesting to see in the Scream movies. We don't know if Danny's going to be in Scream 7 now that Sam's not going to be. But if they were to reveal him as a Ghostface, as a part of Stu's cult, there could still be room for him in Scream 7. And let's not forget that the definition of the word Macher, spelled like Stu's last name, is a person who is influential or important. Kind of like a cult leader who influences his cult members and they look up to. So I do think that Kirby investigating Ghostface attacks and traveling from Atlanta to New York not only implies that there is an active Ghostface cult across the country, but also implies that she knows about it and she might actually know that Stu Macher is alive. Now that is a different video that I'm going to be filming right after this one. It's going to be a separate video, so definitely turn on notifications for my channel so you don't miss it. Next video, we're going to talk about how Kirby Reid could possibly know that Stu Macher is alive. But that's it for this video. Thanks so much for watching. Leave a comment down below. Do you think that Richie, Amber, Jason, and Greg are all part of Stu's cult? And maybe Danny as well? Please don't forget to give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell. And you can also follow me over on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram. And I'll see you guys in the next video.